Welcome to Scale Modeling Videos, guys. Today's topic is very different. Today we're going to be talking about Mojo, okay? Modeling Mojo in specific. Now, the term Mojo is being used quite a lot these days on Facebook, on modeling forums, on some hobby channels, YouTube hobby channels that you hear it quite a lot. I've never really heard it defined, okay? So I'm going to define Mojo first, in my opinion, and then we're going to continue on talking about it, okay? So what do I believe Mojo is? Mojo is, in my opinion, the mental capacity to continue on with something you love to do. Okay, that's what I think Mojo is. Okay, let's say that again. The mental capacity to continue on doing something you love to do. Okay, whether that be scale modeling, whether that be another hobby like cooking, carpenting, whatever it is that you like to do. Okay, you need Mojo. Making YouTube videos, for example. Okay, you also need Mojo to do that. Now, I've come across recently quite a lot of people asking me and talking about lack of mojo, okay? Lack of mojo, or just feeling mentally exhausted by the hobby, okay? Now, this can happen to anyone. It's happened to me. When I first started out the hobby, I started out 6 years ago. That's another story for another day. It happened to me, okay? And this is why I've got these models here, because these models here, each one of these models is going to tell a story, and then you'll understand the discussion for the top. You'll understand why we're talking about Mojo today, okay? So yeah, I lost the passion for the hobby a while ago, I was out of it for about a year, and during that year I kept thinking about if I wanted to start it again, I would do it right, okay? This time I want to do it in such a way that I don't run out of mojo, okay? Now, I was working on this guy many years ago, about a few years ago. Piece dropped off there, okay? Now, this guy I built, I think, in about a week, but it took a lot of effort. There's so many parts. This is a dragon kit, by the way, the dragon half-track kit. It took a lot of time. I had to weather it, streak it, chip it, do all that stuff, okay? And just the amount of detail that went into it. Yeah, it took me quite a lot of time to get it right, okay? But yeah, this is where it started. This is the beginning of the end for me, the first end. I lost mojo, okay? Soon after that, that was the beginning of the end for me, for that kit. I built a few other kits after that, and I was pretty much done, okay? Later on, I think just a little bit later, I worked on this aircraft. Once again, it was a lot of fun, but it took a lot of effort, okay? And I was building aircrafts quite a lot. Then I built this one, and this one took a lot of effort, especially that canopy, okay? It was, I think this was the last kit. No, there was another one after that, but yeah, that was near the end, okay? So I started the hobby. I was building cars, I was building tanks, I was building aircraft, I was building what I felt I should build. But then I started building, joining into these group builds, building what other people were building. Yeah, it was fun at the start, but I was forcing myself to do something that I might not have wanted to do, okay? And that's where it all started, and I just went downhill, okay? And yeah, like I said, I put a lot of effort into these kits. This one was for a group build. I can't remember what it was for, but yeah, it wasn't something I wanted to do, but I did it because it was part of the group build, and I wanted to join in because everyone else was, and it took it out of me, okay? Yeah, and it can happen to anyone, man. It can happen to you. It can happen to even the toughest guys on the planet, okay? But yeah, so how did I fix it? Let's get to that now, okay? Let's get into the how I fixed it. So I got back into the hobby a while back, and I built a few kits now and off and on and again. I didn't paint them. Yeah, I didn't paint them, and then I gave them to my kids, and they broke them. Okay, but that's how I started getting back into it. And then I built this Gundam. I had so much fun because these kits, HG Gundam Bandai kits, they go together like that. Okay, just snap fit. They go together so well. And then I painted it just the way I wanted. There was no. You can paint it any way you want. Yeah, there's the scheme that you go. I just didn't do that. I painted it just the way I wanted, like a random color for every part, a multicam look. Decaled it with some spare decals, and that was it. I was done, and I had a great time building this kit. Okay, it brought me back in, and then I was like, yeah, I had a lot of fun doing a Gundam. Let's do another one. So I did this one. Okay, and this one I put a little more effort in than that one, and yeah, the result was good. I was really happy with it. These kits can move. It's just so much fun. You can do whatever you want with them. You can pose them. They're great. I would advise, if you're feeling low on Mojo, build an HG high grade Bandai kit. They're just so good. They go together really well. You don't even need to paint them after you put them together. They look good just the way they are, and you can play around with them. You can paint them any way you want, so there's no restrictions on you in any form. Okay, that's what I think the primary goal is. There's no restrictions with Bandai HG kits. Okay, the restrictions are lifted. You can do them any way you like. After I did two, I just wanted to do something different, so I built the bike, okay? And some of you might have seen the video on my channel, and I had a great time building this kit. Because one, it was something different. It was something I wanted to do, so I just built it, okay? And I had a lot of fun doing it. Tamiya kit, once again, okay? And after that, I've built two aircraft, which you'll see on my YouTube channel. I had a lot of fun. I was just building what I wanted to build, okay? And then I built this tank recently. With this tank, I haven't released the build video at the time I'm filming this video, but it should come out before this video comes out. When I built this tank, I chose not to chip it. And that was my choice, okay? I chose not to chip it. I did all the weathering, and in the end, I chose not to chip it. And I'll probably get some flack for that, but you know what? Who cares? I did what I wanted to do, and I was happy with the result at the end of the day. Okay, and yeah, what I'm trying to get at, guys, is a key idea, and it'd be, if you want to take away one thing from this video, this should be it. Okay, don't fuel your builds with Mojo. Okay, fuel your Mojo with your builds, if that makes sense. Okay, so build something that will fuel your Mojo and get you back into the hobby and make you feel good about the hobby and about building, rather than building a kit that drains your energy and just takes it right out of you. Okay, if you're building a kit and it's going that way, stop building it, bin it, just put it to the side, come back to it later, just stop it, and have some fun. The whole point of this hobby is to have fun. The whole point of any hobby is to have fun. Okay, that's why we have hobbies. So yeah, that's the main tip. So I'll just reiterate that again. Don't fuel your builds with Mojo. Fuel your Mojo with builds. Okay, or build to fuel your Mojo. Let's go with that. Okay. Another thing that I did do, guys, and if you're still here, I'll explain, is I changed the entire setup of my desk. Okay, I'm going to move it around so I can show you. Okay, I used to have like a metal pegboard here, and I never liked it. Okay, I do some part-time carpenting, so I really like to work with wood. And I got this wooden pegboard, and I just love the feel and look of it. And I look at it every day. I look at it every time I start building, and it really helps me because I like the look of wood. And I built this shelf too. Okay, I like the look of wood. So maybe on your modeling desk, if you've got something that you like to look at or you like to use, that might help you in turn as well. It's just those little things that help you, that help fuel your Mojo. Okay, because that's what we want to do in the end. We want to fuel our Mojo. Okay, not use our Mojo as fuel. And that's it for me, guys. I hope that that helped. That was just my opinion regarding Mojo. And if you're still here, feel free to subscribe to the channel, okay, guys, for more build videos, how-tos, and all that kind of good stuff.